Peace and power. Peace. This is the Enemy's Public. I'm Bro.Nasir. This evening, we're going to speak about keeping it real or keeping it a buck, part 2, with the brother Key Norfolk. Now, also, we want to speak about the message to young thugs and Gunnas, hip hop artists who are signed with certain labels and are catching RICO charges after signing to these labels. So a lot of these artists are set up, they are told to do a certain type of music and they oblige the label. And later on, after doing so much serial killing on wax, as you would say, or digital serial killing, which is promoted by the labels, which is what, in all actuality, Ye was talking about. He was talking about, if you go to the stream services, all you see is serial killing among our people. And like they would take a video down that we put up that they may not like, that is against community guidelines, why they don't have people on it like that when it comes to this music talking about killing someone. Now, I've been around hip hop since its inception. I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s and 80s. Yet, everything was bleeped out. We didn't have what they have today. Now they don't even censor the songs. They just let it go. You can say anything. You can make a song about anything today. And the radio will play it. It is so down low that I don't listen to the radio. I just put on what I like and I listen to it. I'm sort of glad that they have streaming services that I can put on what I want to hear instead of listening to the foolishness that the 8 records that they play all day and repetitive that they push on the people, which is a bunch of garbage, calling it music, calling it hip hop. In all actuality, anybody can make a song today. All you need is a good laptop, and all you need is really good equipment. You get good equipment, you can make music today. Peace of Dawn Trees, thank you for joining me. You can make music today and put it on a stream service, and they'll play it. Now, keeping it a buck, it's not what it seems. The title. When I say keeping it a buck, I mean the Negroes who stand idly by while one of their brothers are being strung up, whipped, and lynched. Keeping it a buck is buck dancing and buck breaking. That's what keeping it a buck. They're buck dancing because they're buck broken. And that's what's going on to giant men in physical size. They're giant physically, yet they're small when it comes to their way of thinking. Because whenever you can sit among other people and call your brother an idiot, you don't even know what the situation is. All you know is what you were told. You didn't investigate, but you called the brother an idiot. Shaquille O'Neal called Kyrie Irving an idiot on live television for posting a movie that he played in his theater in Newark, New Jersey. So who's the idiot now, Shaq? You had the video, well, not the video, you had the movie in your theater. Means that you were promoting it. You played the movie and you profited off the movie, Shaq. Kyrie Irving didn't profit off that movie. He simply watched the movie and he posted it, the link on one of his social media platforms and told the people that he watched it. Peace to the brother Key Norfolk. Peace, Key Norfolk. Thanks for coming through, good brother.
Hey, peace and power, my good brother. Salutes to you, man. Much love to everybody in the building.
I was just opening up about keeping it a buck. I was speaking about Shaquille O'Neal on live television calling Kyrie Irving an idiot because he posted the link of a movie that he actually had playing in his theater in Newark. See, that's why we should never jump on these bandwagons and especially do the pile on when it comes to our own people. Now, he called this brother an idiot for posting the link to the movie when he actually had the movie playing in his theater. Actually had it playing in his theater, which means that he profited from it. He played the movie. Yet Kyrie Irving is the idiot for just merely watching something. Now they want to tell us what we can watch. It's anti-Semitic to watch something that they don't like, they don't want us to see. It's anti-Semitic. The mere fact that the brother watched a movie makes him anti-Semitic. Even if the movie is anti-Semitic, because he watched it, don't make him anti-Semitic. Because we could say that about them. They put all these movies out that don't depict us in a good light. It don't depict us flattering. A whole lot of movies. Now, you can go all the way back to Colors, Menace to Society, all these so-called gangster movies that the executive producers were Jewish people. And they didn't depict us in a righteous manner. We could say that that is anti-Black. But the mere fact that Kyrie Irving watched the movie and then posted in his link, they're saying he's anti-Semitic for just that. And what they're doing to the brother is they're trying to emasculate him and drag him throughout the public and make him look like something's wrong with him. And then you have the ignorant among us just piling on him because they get the nudge to say something when they really do it reluctantly, but because they get paid, they do it. Like a Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley loved doing it. You know, um, what's the other brother name? Shannon Sharp,
Stephen A. Jackson,
Stephen A. Smith,
Stephen A. Smith. I mean, yeah,
and all those commentators on these sports channels. They just pile on the brother and giving an analogy that don't even fit. So it's easy to call somebody an idiot. See, that's what Shaq was doing. He was putting a stamp on, trying to seek the approval of his employers, his master. He's too big to be.
he was drunk.
He's too big. He's
He
too big.
drew a line in the sand real quick, big bro.
Yes, yes, sir. And I want you to take it and give me your thoughts on this, brother.
Um, I look at this like any other industry. It could be a car dealership. It could be, everybody in a climb to the top or want to be close to the boss. So when I saw Shaq call him an idiot, he was kind of saying that out of, you know, trying to turn his back towards the backs of the owners, like he on their side. Like, look at this idiot. Like, can you believe this guy? Kind of thing. You know what I mean? Um, Sometimes people not even ask to take part in the demise of another person. They volunteer to
Yes,
make sure that they represent what they stand for. And that's a shame, man. We got to stop that.
yes. Peace to Big Dog Philly OG.
Salute to the OG Philly.
Yeah, but that's it happens too often, and we always do the pile on. Sometimes it's not even. Sometimes they voluntarily go and do these things. Going all the way back to the early 1900s, 1800s, 1900s, nothing that happened to us, our enemies never could have done it without some of us. They couldn't have done it without some of us because we make it possible. Because what they do is they'll test the water and see how far they can go with us as far as testing the water and seeing how we feel about certain things. It's not that they care, it's just that they want to see how far they can go with the so-called punishment of the brother. Now, the last stream I did, I talked about Brett Favre and how he stole millions of dollars from poor people down in Mississippi. Millions of dollars so he can build his daughter a volleyball stadium because she was going to his alma mater. Stole millions. And they're not dragging him like that. They're dragging Kyrie for something he said, but this man stole millions of dollars. Among other things that he's done. And they're not dragging him. It seems
I
like,
think it got a lot to do with what you said yesterday, bro.
yes,
When
sir.
you mentioned about having to pay them back, and he would be actually, at least I know, at least within the top five who are looking to have the most money paid back to them. If I'm not correct, you can correct me.
Peace to General Peace. And you're correct, brother. In the state of New York, everyone who was terminated for not taking the vax. They had to rehire and give them back pay. And Kyrie Irving fits that narrative. He fits in that narrative. They have to give him, and with interest, because that money's sitting there collecting interest. They have to do it retroactive, and they have to give them interest. The money, because it was sitting there. Now, the fact that he did it the way he did it, stood tall like a man, and they call us being cool, calm, and collective. They call that arrogance because he's not yelling and cussing and acting like a nigga. And the fact that he sat there and talked to them the way he talked to them, they see him as some arrogant, uppity nigga because they don't expect us to talk the way we talk, an intelligent brother. Then you got some of us trying to convince the people that this man is stupid. Kyrie Irving. The man is not stupid. The brother is trying to find himself, and he think that he has his eureka moment, so he wanted to share with his people. That's why the film from Hebrews to Negroes, Black People Wake Up. It was he wanted to share that with the people, and all they did by making a big stink of this is gave free promotion because everybody wants to see what the smoke is about. I know I do. I want to see the movie. I'm probably going to watch it tonight. Everybody wants to see what that's about. And when they act this frantic, it only means they're trying to hide something when it is frantic.
I agree with you, brother. It's kind of hard to analyze because for the simple fact we just kind of getting outbursts right now from two brothers in particularly. But if we pay attention, other things are being leaked out that's kind of backing up what they saying. And also, it's no secret. There's been hints of this and hints of that. And now that it's being laid out on the table, this is for everyone to judge. It's not for everyone to see. I look at it as a cry for help, but for everybody to judge. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. But but look at the demands that they put on the brother in order for him to be reinstated by the Nets. I don't know what happened since then. Since they put those demands on him, the owners of the Nets said he don't believe that Kyrie Irving is an anti-Semite. He don't believe that Kyrie Irving is a hateful person. But this came after they dragged him so much and publicly tried to humiliate him. You know how they take going back to them trying to buck break a brother in front of the people. They'll take the biggest, the baddest, and they'll do what they do around the rest of us to discourage us from sassing the so-called authorities or massa, if you will. They'll take the biggest and the baddest brother and they'll string them up, beat them, a buck. That's why I call it buck breaking. They'll break him in front of everybody. And now what they wanted him to do is issue a verbal apology and condemn the anti-Semitic film he shared. See, that's the thing. They want him to condemn a film that resonated with him. And then they said, share that apology on social media. Want him to share the apology like he shared the link. Then complete sensitivity training. Sensitivity training. If anybody need sensitivity training, it'll be them. And they want
Right.
him to meet with Jewish leaders in the Brooklyn community. Meet with Jewish. All they want to do when they meet with him is scold him and reprimand him and talk to him like he's a damn boy. That's all they want to do because that's all Abraham Cooper did. He's probably involved. That's all Abraham Cooper did when it came to going back to Nick Cannon. That's all he did. That's all he did with Nick Cannon was reprimand him for telling the damn truth. And they want him to donate $500,000. His money, donate his money to a charity, more than likely of their choice.
Yeah, it's basically donating the money back to them.
More than
And
likely
see,
to the
what
Anti-Defamation League or the JDL, one of those.
I wanted to get into tonight, this whole anti-Semitic thing was being brought forth when they were looking for a way to deem individuals as terrorists. Terrorists would be the new criminals. That's why these RICO laws are hitting hard because terroristic acts or who they're targeting. That's why you know national security, what's it, Homeland Security took over and still ain't took over since the who, since the
Yes.
Jizab.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything been federal. It's like people ain't paying attention, while they being entertained. And just like I told people, when Young Thug and Gunna got them indictments, it wasn't about them. It's harder ones out there. It was their name. That was a message to all the Young Thugs and the Gunners.
Yes. That word anti-Semitism. Um, from
I fell off too. They was looking to use that word to deem individuals as terrorists, and it started with religious groups. All this stuff came from YouTube. They started hitting the Israelites with this because they was talking that breezy talk at first, and then now you see where people falling down the line with it, whether they Israelite or not, because at the end of the day, what's being told is the same narrative.
so
See what I'm saying?
they took the word and it's so see it's a trick bag. The word is so broad. It's so broad,
Mm-hmm.
because when you say anti-Semite, you're referring to the Semites, and it's such a broad spectrum of who a Semite is. And then they just totally dismiss us when we say, I can't be anti Semitic because I am a Semite. They just totally dismiss that. Because you know why? They don't want you to claim it because it takes away the power for them to use the word. Now, the word, by Wilhelm Marr, he coined the phrase. They say he's a German political agitator. It's supposed to replace the uh the word to replace Judenhall, literally like Jew hatred, to make hatred of Jews seem rational and sanctioned by scientific knowledge. Now, he coined the phrase anti-Semite, like the lady said when she was being interviewed by Amy Goodman on what's the name of that program? The program is called Democracy Now. She going back to that. She said it's a trick. Her name is Shalamit Alani. She said it's a trick to and she also said they always use it. So they always use it if someone from Europe criticize Israel, they'll refer to the Holocaust. If someone from the United States criticize Israel or the behavior of Jewish people, they'll call them anti Semitic. He said they just use the word to keep from being criticized or called out for their behavior. And when you commit an act of hate, there's no such thing, no real such thing of hate speech. That's not a real word. Like,
My brother, they
I'm
so
listening.
low down and backwards, my brother. You know what they do because they whole argument is, and not to switch it, I'm gonna tie it in. Like they whole argument here in America is, hey man, that stuff happened a long time ago. You know, you guys doing better now. You know, get over it. Let bygones be bygones. So when we speak about the old stuff, you know, the critical race theory, this shit tied in. This the same shit.
It's the same exact thing. Now they gonna tell us to forget about it, yet they remember the Holocaust every year. They have Yom Kippur and they have Rosh Hashanah every single year. But when we start talking about what happened to our people, they tell us it was a long time ago. It don't go that way because for one, our condition remains to this very day. Because not only that, the conditions of our people not only does it remain today. Look what happened in my lifetime, in your lifetime. Brothers,
Right.
sisters are being murdered on the streets by racist cops and even by regular racist white folks on the street. And self-hating Negroes are being murdered
Mm.
on, murdering us on the street. So our condition remains. Now, if they were really noble people, being that we both went through atrocities, they really should be trying to unite with us. But no, they want to use us and they want to use tricks to keep us from empowering ourselves. They want to keep that power for themselves. They don't want us to empower ourselves because when you look at if you compare, there is no comparison.
That's right. And you know what it is? It's it's an inversion trick. You know, like we say, like you say, we the menace too. So
Exactly.
so they whole scheme is to turn the menace two to public enemy number one.
Yes, exactly. Because if just like we said with the movie Menace to Society, they use the Roman numeral two. If we're Menace two, who is Menace one? They made the movie. They made Colors. They Warner Brothers made New Jack City. They made those movies. Even if the stories are true, they made those movies. And at the same time, when we were talking Black Power back in the late 80s, early 90s, they had to dead that. They had to dead that. And that's why they started pushing that narrative and they started pushing gangster rap. Gangster rap was pushed heavy because they wanted to destroy that because NWA and Public Enemy wasn't going at each other. NWA was giving street knowledge. It wasn't necessarily gangster. It was street knowledge, and they was really saying the same thing that PE was saying, but they was using more profanity. They was just saying stuff that really wasn't allowed on record. Put it that way. Now anything's allowed. People can make songs saying they want to kill their mama. I understand it's a song out, a baby said he made a song out talking about he want to kill his mama.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now,
Yeah, man. That spiritual programming.
yes, it is. And none of these brothers that stand around while the other one is strung up and lynched, I don't see how they can look themselves in the face. I don't. I know for a fact when Shaquille O'Neal look in his face, he don't like what he see. There's no way he can like what he see. Or Charles Barkley can't like what he say. Any of them Negroes, Stephen A. Smith, any of them, I know they don't like what they say. And they got this woman, Brittany Cooper. I think I told you about her. She went to Rutgers in my city. She don't like brothers. Something that happened. I don't know if she didn't have a father around, wherever. She don't like black men. She said we are like. She said we are like the man who committed. All of us, not just one of us. All of us is like the man who committed the shooting in Buffalo. She compared black men to him. You're gonna compare us to the most wicked white people.
That's a shame.
Now, the other day, yeah, it is a shame. The other day, the minister did a video in defense of Ye, in defense of Kyrie Irving. And he, basically said, look, if y'all want to fight, we'll oblige you. But leave our brothers alone. I have 10 minutes of it. If you don't mind, brother, I want to play it.
Yes, sir. I want to check that out.
Okay.
Salute to everybody.
Kyrie and Ye, and all of you now that are involved in the conversation, could you just step back a moment and let's reason together? He saw the movie. Because of all of the anger and dislike and breaking apart, I said, let me see this movie. And I and my wife and my family, we watched the movie the other night. It was well researched. The people that did it, they had a purpose. The purpose of those people was to show us how we got from Hebrew to Negro. As I watched that, I could see my brother. He's not thinking about hating somebody. He's thinking about learning more about himself, because we are tired of being what others have made us. We must become ourselves again. And he was interested in that journey, and I can listen to him, and I can see him, and I can see that's the journey that he's on. He's not trying to hurt the Nets. He's not trying to hurt the brothers that are playing ball with him. But he is trying to be true to himself. The greatest teaching of the God who came to find us and save us, he said, accept your own and be yourself. That is what Kyrie is trying to do. Find his own, accept his own, and be himself. I heard an intelligent brother, not a foolish man, but a man that has found something that is more valuable for him than being loved as a great, fantastic ball player. So many of you, my brothers, who are former players, and you've been so good at it, and you know who your managers have been, you know who your accountants have been and are, you know who your agents have been and are, you know who the owners of the teams that you play on, whether it's basketball, football, I don't know, whatever it is, you know who they are. And because of your greatness, they have decided that you should become rich. For hundreds of years, they didn't decide like that. For hundreds of years, they loved that you were poor and talented, so they could be your managers. They could be your agents. They could give you knowledge and give you favor. You don't see as God would love for you to see, because there are forces among us that they are afraid of. They are afraid that you will discover the truth of yourself and them. They don't want you to find who you are, because once you know yourself, the next step is you got to rise up from where you are to be yourself. And yourself is a noble person, a righteous person, a person that can be labeled the Son of God. The Bible says of us, ye are all God's children of the Most High God. So ye must have discovered something. He said, I am God. People that were interviewed said, don't talk like that. Why? Because you don't want us to identify with God. It's all right for us to call each other, yo, dog, how things going, dog? But each of us, Elijah Muhammad said, when you see a black man, you are looking at God. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wanted to give us that kind of knowledge. And he made us to stop using the term nigger and call each other brother, call each other sister, and learn to love for your brother what you love for yourself. And there are many black people in America and around the world that are digging at the knowledge of self. Many in America digging at the knowledge of self and sharing what they know. So Kyrie saw the movie, and he wanted to share it with those that follow him. You know how we've been. You find a reefer, and it's good to you. You call your friends and you share your reefer. They're not mad with that. Yo, dog, come on, let's smoke this blunt. You don't say nothing about that. But when they get knowledge and want to share knowledge, they're not talking against you. They work to make you richer as you work to make them some money too. These people aren't anti-Semitic. Every one of them ain't never done nothing against you as a Jewish person. They don't do that. Not one of those do things to purposely harm a Jewish person. The man went to a movie. He saw something that taught him more about himself, and he wanted to share it. You looked at his passing on what he thought was knowledge that would sink his roots back in the soil of himself and the God. And you felt threatened by that. Why owners of the nets, why did you feel threatened? He didn't call you out by name. He just said he saw something and he put it up. You called it what? A anti-Semitic trope. The movie is almost a little over 2 hours. I'm sure there are things in there that you didn't like. But there are many things that you all have written about us that we don't like. You have been the one making us hate who we are and hate our origin in the world. You're the one that made Tarzan and told us.
That's all I can get, brother. They won't let me get no more than that. But he started digging deep when it came to it. Peace to my Uncle Rich. Thanks for coming through, Uncle. Yeah, brother. They all the movies and publications they written about us, they have audacity to say somebody's anti-Semitic because of what they say. And they commit acts of hate against us. You can only do what you're trying to do to that brother with haste and hateful feelings towards him, to humiliate him in the public, to just totally drag him, try to embarrass him, and then you get some of us to pile on. That's the part I expect that from them. But the pile on by us is what I don't like most. You know, the keep it in a buck dancing and buck breaking. That's the problem I have, brother Key.
With you, my brother. I feel like the issue that we're gonna continue to have when it comes to this situation is we are so individualized with our thinking right now. You
Yes.
know, that's not a bad thing to have individualized thinking, but it is a bad thing when there are no complete narratives for people to share. Everybody, even if we think the same thing, we so arrogant now that we'll say, shit, I ain't you, you ain't me. And we do the same exact shit every day. We got the same religion, same job, but we so, you know, I feel like we are so indoctrinated, and I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead, brother.
Indoctrinated in our own way of thinking and belief systems.
Say that too.
See, we just remix the motherfucking belief system.
Whew.
You know, threw out the goddamn jelly and then brought out the jam. It's basically the same thing. You feel me? So
Yes.
we have to be aware of this because it's like we stumping ourselves down in a trap. So are we gonna be inside of belief systems and indoctrinated together, or are we gonna separate and be in belief systems and indoctrinated? Because united, we can at least take a stand, but divided, we gonna fall for sure, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you know, the power that they exercise, brother, is really perceived power based on our fear. We are so scared of them taking something from us that we capitulate and we allow them to exercise power they really don't have over us. See, the thing is, if the brothers were to walk off the court and let them know who put asses in those seats, they'll change their whole attitude. But they are so afraid. Who are they going to get to replace them if they walk off the court or off the football field? Who they gonna get to replace them?
Right.
They're not gonna. They can't find nobody to replace them. The replacement players, their football movie they had out a few years ago, they can't do that with these brothers.
That'll that'll be a done deal.
They walk off
It's just
exactly.
people so accustomed to this way of life, like, it's some people who ain't finna give up the internet. So whether somebody was a police, whether somebody was a motherfucking a sports player, we get into this shit with, man, I don't like them old sports playing ass niggas. You know, I don't like niggas from the hood, man. I don't like niggas that wear gold chains. Man, I don't like them church going ass niggas. What kind of niggas you like?
Yeah, I mean, find any excuse, any and every excuse to try, not
Cause
try.
it's
Any and
getting
every
down to the
not
it's
to
getting
for the
down
fun.
to the crunch time now. Because once we separate, see, we separated. We ain't no nation. At least we was just black people
Big
or
dog says.
motherfuckers
Big
going to
dog
church
says.
all together and all that. Now we just blended in the damn ocean with everybody else. Then you got other entities popping up, races and shit popping up.
Did you read what Big Dog put in the chat? And that
Mm-mm.
on 100 shit. I think we have a fear of the system letting us out more than us fear in the system.
That's right. That's right.
That's the truth. That's the truth. We want to get in and just waddle in the fucking mud with these people. And the
Yeah,
fact that
we
and
gotta
we want to
understand.
maintain the nearness. That's what Shaq was doing. He want to maintain and secure his nearness to massa.
We got we gotta learn how to divide certain shit. You know what I mean? Everything ain't for everybody, and everybody ain't for everything kind of shit. Like, some people don't know how to separate their friends from their associates.
Yeah, yeah. You had to.
Like, you feel me? So once we can start,
Yeah,
because it's brothers that they say ain't good for their people because of certain shit. But then, like, a, a, a black motherfucker, like,
you got to keep.
what you think this dude gonna be? You think this dude gonna be so um sold out that he finna ride all the way with them to actually do some harm to you and shit like that? That's how this motherfucker get in the bed. I ain't saying rock with him or nothing, but it is what it is. They don't cause us to have to jump on his back too, because to be against a thing is to be for another thing. You
Absolutely.
sign with the other people by default.
And you
You a
can't
Jew when you do that.
you can't straddle the fence, brother. You can't straddle the fence. You're going to have to get over one side, and that's it. Because for one, both sides are looking at you like which side you gonna get on. And not only that, when you are in the
Right.
cross, when you are in the crossway, you are subject to get hit by both. Just imagine. It's a shootout and you in the middle of it. That's all that is. You're gonna get hit.
Dangerous ground.
You're gonna get hit. So you need to choose a side. And a lot of these Negroes, they are bought and paid for, and they let us know what side they're on based on what they do. Now, when they turned to Shaq, he could have easily said he ain't had no comment, but he know he can't do that. He knows that he can't say
Right.
he had no comment. Nigga, you better say something. Or
But look,
there'd be your last commercial with the general. There'd be your last
I
icy
think he
commercial. There'd be last
I
your
think he
last.
volunteered it. I think he volunteered it.
I mean, yeah, he volunteered that, but they told him he better say something. But what he said came from him
Right. Yeah, that came from him.
because he don't want to mess up that damn Papa John's money, that icy hot money, that general's money. He want to walk around with the cartoon character. He don't want to mess that up. You don't want to mess that up. You see him on the
Yeah.
commercial with the little white boy talking about, I wish I had a little brother. I mean, a big brother. And you couldn't find no black boy to play that part.
I wish we could care more about, what we need, like as a whole, like shit. I ain't gonna even lie. I wouldn't even, if I had a chance to like just kick it with Kanye West for a day, I wouldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like people any fucking way. I like who I like. But anyway,
Yeah.
if we need something, right? I don't give a fuck who it is, man. It could be some Arabs. It could be anything, man. If I know that this deal finna go down, these people ain't on no bullshit. We finna get what we need, shit, and we gonna be straight. That's what we finna do.
Yeah, as long as we're not compromising our integrity.
Because niggas will make theyself so black that they ain't black enough. Don't let that go over y'all head. Niggas will make theyself
Caught
so
that.
black that they
Caught.
ain't black enough to even be the fucking together.
Yeah.
You did?
Yes. Yes. See,
we gotta wake up, man.
Peace of brother God body news. See, a lot of us, brother, think that just because somebody put a camera in our face, we have to say something. You could have said 2 words and there's no comment. That's it. We got to stop allowing people, it's an expensive ass wedge too. Peace to the brother Chris Cyphers TSL. You know what it is, brother. I want to put the link in the chat. That's an expensive ass wedge that's being drawn between brothers. Because it's allowed to happen, and brothers volunteer. That part right there is done voluntarily. Because if you stand up to be a man, nobody's going to tell you what you can and cannot say. And if you don't have nothing to say, that's what you say.
It goes on everywhere. It goes on like, I caught myself in a situation like that before, like on YouTube. And I was like, damn, man, I don't want to piss everybody off, but I don't want to keep pushing no fake line either. I gotta be real with myself. You know what I'm saying?
First and foremost.
And that's what they doing. Like, whether it be for fame, whether it be for clout, whether it be for monetary gain, whether it be for power, this shit's happening in all sectors, man.
Yeah, you're right. Because if you say that you want the same, let's say everybody wants the same thing when it comes to our people. We want to raise the conscious level of our people, and we want, above raising the conscious level of our people, We want to see our people in a better condition. That should be first. See your people in a better condition, and then raising the conscious level of your people. Because a lot of times, I'm gonna go there again. A lot of times when one of us learns something, and some of us get it faster than others, you can't be frustrated because a brother or a sister don't get it yet. Teach. Just keep teaching. And whether your will is yours. Because a strong man is not going to allow you to force your will on him. Not going to happen. Because if he got his journey and he's walking his journey and you're in the way, if he's me, you get out the way or I get you out the way. But I'd rather pull our resources and be like, okay, what can we do to work together? That's what it's about, working together. And these brothers that's allowed to have the money, you can tell they're allowed to have it because look how fast this brothers what they say anyway. I don't know, they lie so damn much. The media lie so much as far as like the money that the brother Kanye West has against what he used to have. They say he used to have anyway. He's down to 400 million. He had this amount yesterday, and you can't believe nothing these devils say because they're devils. They're damn demons. And we allow them to control how we think because they do it so repetitive that we think is the truth. You hear it all day, every day. And then some of us will repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until it's believable to some people.
You know what I think it is? I think they take what really be deep sea shit and make it surface level. So say for instance, like how his money was changing. That's because after the shit he did, immediately after that, 20 minutes later, different businessmen start making different business moves. You got to think maybe 75 people probably flopped out on Kanye after that. So this projected dollars. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Whether it's 2 months down the line or 2 years down the line. So his money did go down. But then by the time he go in and say, well, all right, fuck it. I'll just take my shit out of y'all shit and just find my own place to sell my shit. I'm back up. Like, that's how this shit go. We
won't even exercise the power we have, brother. That's why I don't like, we won't even exercise the power we have. Somebody say something. Somebody say something about us. We are supposed to divest. Straight
we
up.
We can't look at Kanye trying to run for president either, right? Because look,
serious enough.
Everybody gonna try to do some shit. Anybody gonna try to do something if they can, but he mocking them. This is between him and them. The white lives matter. We got mad about that. Oh, he will. What he fuck? It's this between him and them. Like he know what he doing with them. It has nothing to do with the people. He know what he doing with the MAGA hat. He doing all this for a specific reason to those people.
Provoking.
It has nothing to do with everybody, and we missing the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying take the brother back.
The reason why we're emotional, because
if he pissed them off, he know he can't be nobody's president, whether he get all the votes or not. Is that right or wrong?
That's right.
All he gotta do is find something to lock his ass up about. Some type of tax evasion, something simple, or conspiracy or some shit that you ain't gotta do. A motherfucker just say you did. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the real deal.
We witnessed that how many times?
Man, it's still going.
How many times we witnessed that? Yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
You're absolutely correct, bro.
Salutes to everybody in the chat.
And we're always
some of them good brothers gonna step up. interject on the bill.
Yeah, we always
You know,
I'm listening,
that
brother.
that message, man, to the young thugs and gunners. I'm gonna do a little thing on my channel, but I want to take the opportunity to say this if I can, bro.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah, man, to the young brothers out there, you know, attachment for your environment, is nonetheless automatic. You know, whether you fully partake or not, but it's clear they got y'all labeling y'all self now. Like when you put um TV TVN Lang or CBJ Chris or some shit in front of your name, that's like you having a fucking police badge on. Instead of a criminal knowing it's a cop, the cop know you the fucking criminal, man. See, it ain't even about money no more. It's about murder, being tough, hard. This shit ain't real tough, hard. This shit messy. You know what I'm saying? This shit ratchet.
Yeah,
And you know, I know a lot of people don't like this, but that ain't no real nigga shit. You
no.
know, we gotta try to understand where we at as a people in the community. Fuck the hype, and we gotta try to be better ourselves and try to do any little thing that we can to put our people in a better position. Whether that's using your voice, whether that's using your art, your connections, your hands, whatever, man. Hey, salute to everybody, man. Peace and power. A
Those
message to the
buildings,
young thugs and the young gunners.
those buildings, brother, are nothing without occupants. They're nothing. And what our brothers and sisters are doing is providing the necessities to all of those municipalities, whether it's the sheriff's department, the correction officers, prosecutors, police. They're providing their necessities to them by getting caught in that trap. Now, you can even look at the punishments based on the crime and see how it tied to their necessities based on the time you do and the fines, the penalties to what you do. And it's such mockery and it's so blatant. Yet some of us just do what we do because they want to keep it a buck, being consistent with the title. They want to keep it a buck, and they think they're keeping it a buck by doing something detrimental to them, themselves, really. Because if you are out here behaving reckless, thinking it's cool, the only one that it's really detrimental to is you. But if you got somebody you're taking care of, them too. Now, a gun charge, it's 3 to 5. I know in New Jersey that's what it is, 3 to 5 years, which is really the time it takes for you to pay for your vehicle if you got a nice one. 3 to 5 years. So that's the same thing. And you can take, manslaughter or murder, 25, 30 years. That's mortgage. You know what I'm saying? And you can take, some of these RICO charges, and you tie that to the student loans and stuff, it's consistent with all those type of necessities. You have certain towns where everybody in the whole town worked for the municipality, and they will catch one of us driving through and tie us up in that. And some of us don't even realize it. They'll send these people to you. They'll see you got a little buzz on YouTube or a streaming service, so they'll send them to you and make you an offer they think you can't refuse or won't refuse, and you take their offer. But they'll tell you you can't turn this in. We need you to make this, and have you self-indicting yourself. And then when they come bust you for something you more than likely didn't even do, or you just got caught up in, when they come bust you, all that stuff is tied and intertwined. It's a setup. My sentiment is labels are done. Anybody with a label is stupid. Not when they got all these streaming services. You can get all the necessary equipment. You just got to invest in yourself. Buy the equipment. That's what you're going to do. Buy it and just do the good music. If that's what you want to do. I've heard better music on OG's channel than I heard, as far as hip hop anyway, on any radio station. On any radio station.
Oh yeah. Hey, shout out to Dangerous Music, man. Shout out to Chris Cyphers. Hey, yo, Chris, if you in the chat, bro, if you could put that link to that song for me, because I looked on TikTok and couldn't find it, I'd appreciate it. Salute.
I can't stomach what they play on the radio today. I listen to this they got an old school hip hop station. I was so happy to find that station, and it's been locked on it ever since I found it. My sister put me up on it. I can't listen to none of this new stuff.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it's just the they start making they started to make my bad. They started making all the youngsters desensitized to like death and murder a long time ago.
Yeah, like
the shooting games started coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they do to us when it
start showing it on the news.
Yes. A brother killed every other day, and they show it repeatedly. They don't show themselves though. They would not show themselves repeatedly being beat up and killed on the news. They won't show that, but they'll show one of us repeatedly being beat up and killed on the news. Peace to the brother Shan.
That's how spiritual. Salute to Shan, man. That's how spiritual programming working. You know what I mean? It's like being able to build a world inside of a world. So they put this pattern together. You know what I'm saying? Like a certain beat pattern. You know what I'm saying? To a beat or a certain rhyme scheme. Is it A B A B or A B B? You see what I'm saying?
Indeed.
What type of rhythm are you trying to project? So they build this world that the youngster in. So they desensitize their world to desensitize them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
They start pushing new narratives at a point, like they just did. And so they throw that out there in the atmosphere, and that's what those catch that come through it. It's like a net catching fish.
And also, it doesn't produce men. It don't produce men. It turns grown ass men into Toys R Us kids. They don't want to grow up. They want to be little this. They want to be a baby as a grown ass man. They want to be
Oh
just,
yeah.
just a child. They don't want to grow up. You got a whole bunch of
Yeah, man.
men behaving and talking like kids, like children, grown
But
men.
see, I understand it. Whether I like it or respect it, I understand it because I know this programming shit got us fucked up. Like we spiritually fucked up. You know what I mean? Even if the shit didn't happen, say slavery, right? It don't matter if it didn't happen. We still got PTSD from this shit. We telling ourselves or watching movies and shit that's telling us it happened. So, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we yeah, we fucked up, man. And we have a lot of mental um disorders amongst us as a people. I'm saying you
yeah,
know, we have a identity crisis.
yes,
You know what I mean? We crazy, man. Ain't nobody in the room don't know who the fuck they is, but the crazy person. How you don't know who you is?
yeah.
What
That's
coma you just walk out up out of? You see what I'm saying? See,
yes,
we gotta see this shit bigger than all this uh whoop de woo blah blah. You know what I'm saying? This shit for the birds. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? These people are making this um earth that we live in more and more unlivable by the
yes,
fucking second.
yes. And what's crazy about that, brother, is when these people feel like they're losing control of a narrative, they panic, bro. They go into panic mode because it has to. Because in order for you to control the minds of the people, you have to control the narrative that's being spoken. And if you can't control the narrative, the people are gonna break out of your spell, even if it's a God spell. They're gonna break out of it because they'll start letting go the myths. They'll start letting it go. Once we get that out of our minds, and once we stop having a sympathetic conscience to our open and considered consistent enemy, it's going to be a problem because we have incredible restraint when it comes to others and no restraint when it comes to ourselves. Once we stop feeling like we're going to be punished for being the warriors that we really are, and that warrior spirit come out, and all we know, whether it's physical or verbal or figuratively, all we know and all we think about in our daily, you know, sojourn is slay the enemy. That's the only thing that's going to change our dynamic. Some of us have too much restraint when it comes to dealing with people outside of our community. Too much restraint. But we'll chop our brother's head off in a heartbeat. But that is keeping it a buck, though. But you're not keeping it a buck when it comes to others. You turn into the other buck dancing, because you're buck broken. But you want to keep it a buck when it comes to dealing with. It goes back to what we said when it comes to being real, brother. Good has turned into bad, and bad has turned into good. And anything that society put before us and tell us that is good, we go for it. They let us, we let them decide what's good for us. And we don't stand tall and strong on what we think as a people. And that comes from allowing others in our community. When people ask us how could they help us, you can help us by just leaving us alone. Don't hinder us, don't bother us. That's it. But we have people that just allow people because they talk friendly. No, it's always been that way. They behave like they're a friend to us, but they're not a friend to us. To me, it's like Democrats and Republicans. It depends on how you want to be stabbed or where you want to be stabbed, in your back or your chest. I don't want to get stabbed at all. So I'm not going to trust left or right. What I'm going to do is, when I deal with left and right, Republican and Democrat, I'm going to work on my left hook and my right cross on my overhand right. So I can hit the left with the left hook. And I got two for the right, for the one on the right. Either the right cross or the overhand right. That's how I deal with left or right. Because neither one is a friend of yours. We got to pick our friends like we would pick our fruit. Real carefully. Because it may be a worm in the fruit. So pick your friends like you pick your fruit.
And that's right. I'm with you on that. That's 100% right. You know, be careful of the seeds that you plant, because what grows is the fruit you gotta eat. You feel me?
Exactly. Exactly. That's a gem right there, brother. The
Oh
seeds
yeah.
you
I got
plant,
a song like that.
the seeds you
I
plant.
got a song say, be careful of the seeds that you plant in these streets. What grows is the fruit you gotta eat.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
If you plant them and
Oh yeah.
you don't cultivate it, your harvest, you ain't gonna grow nothing but weeds, brother.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, the
You
cultivate
know,
the
we
grass, water.
that's right. It need nourishment.
You need the nourishment. Sometimes
Yeah, we just out a program. You know, with the young brothers, I don't be really hard with the young brothers. I dig down and I relate with them. You know what I'm saying?
you can't,
I can
bro.
get deep. You know what I mean?
You can't
I
be
can
hard
get
on
deep.
them.
I could get service with them, but I know they don't understand. So I know, instead of me scaring them off or beating them down or putting them down, I know that, you know, I just go right in. Soon they look at me, I'm on their level already. I was never above them, and certainly not below. So, you know, that's what amazed them. You know, and some people take it and they say, "Man, you ain't nothing. You was just whoop de whoop de whoop." Man, I know how to be humble.
And if they
You
say
know what I
that to
mean?
me, you was just hoot whoop the whoop the whoop, and you was this, you was that. I'm gonna say you right. Ain't nothing
Yeah, I'm
self-serious
12
about
year
it.
old Key. I'm
I came,
18-year-old Key. I'm
I came
25-year-old Key. I'm all them niggas.
I came from where you at.
Yeah,
Let them know I came from where you at. So you're
yeah,
right.
man.
And what I'm trying to tell you that ain't shit to be. You wasting time. You could be further than where I'm at now if you stop right now. You could be further than where I'm at right now. Don't stunt your growth and don't and end up,
That's a
in
fact.
somebody's penitentiary or somebody's graveyard, somebody's cemetery. To me, I encourage the young brothers when I speak to. I don't care
That's the
what
thing.
they into. I encourage them, and I let them know who they are and their potential. And I ask them. A lot of times, you got to listen to them. You don't talk. You don't run down on them doing all the damn talking. You listen to them.
You know how many young brothers I met who was like heavy out there in the street, but then like when I talked to them at their house with their mama and stuff, like they like shit like art and
Exactly.
fucking tennis and chess and shit. And I be like, man, come on, let's be cool doing that shit. Come on, I'm finna go out here with you and shit. I'm finna laugh at you, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, a lot of people be wanting motivation or support, and a lot of people tend to
Yes.
lean toward where they get support from, and support in the street being tough and you know doing gangster shit. That's easy for a young black male to do. All he got to do really is portray the image. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? He already halfway that shit because the color of his motherfucking skin and how his hair look. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? It's
It's
the
already
truth.
perceived. It's already a perception about them. Yeah. Exactly. All you gotta do
You
is put
feel
that
me?
on.
So yeah, man, and we cannot allow whoever it is. I'll put a name on it.
And that's
I
most
ain't really tripping. You know
that's
what I'm
most
saying?
case scenario too, brother. What you just said. That's most case scenario when you see a lot of the brothers. They're really overzealous and they're trying to prove them. They prove themselves out there in this world, and most of them not even that. They just out here
But
trying
look, brother,
that.
can you agree with me here? Now, brothers who don't try to prove themselves in the street, either prove themselves in a fraternity, prove themselves with the police, prove themselves with the army, or they prove themselves with whatever hustle or ambition they come up with.
Yeah,
That's in a man's nature. You know what
ambition
I
is
mean? Redemption. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Ambition is ambition,
That's right.
whether it's negative or positive, and you really can't.
Guess what I found out?
It's.
See, I found out when I was back like 20 years, like 17 years ago. I'm like, damn, I'm so smart and I can do so much shit. Why would I keep doing bad shit when I can do good shit?
Yes, indeed. I mean, once you snap out of the environment you're in, that's when you live up to your potential. When you snap out the environment you're in, and just some people are just strong minded, and they just say, you know what, I'm not gonna fall a victim to none of this shit around me, and I'm gonna do
And
this.
then, man, the killer part about it with me, man, all these people want to be grouped up all the damn time. I love being in a group set, man. I love bonding with people and shit. But I'm me all by myself though. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotta
any motherfucking time, let me tell y'all this. I don't care what it is. It ain't gotta be drugs. It can be any motherfucking thing. It can be name hate bashing them Jordan people, right? Anytime, right? You don't conspire to be with shit. You and somebody, anytime you feel like you and somebody else doing something, stop. Because
yeah.
there's somebody else gonna get your ass caught too. Because they gonna tell on you.
That's the sure way. That's the sure way of getting caught. Doing something with somebody
Yeah,
else.
anytime you feel like that, like man, me and my niggas, if you like I be hearing people like, I'll be somewhere and I see like two little kids, they be talking, I be on my phone, I be hearing their conversation. I hear the dude tell the girl, like, yeah, shit, me and my niggas be moving about 5, 10 pounds a week. He could be lying or whatever, but whenever you can say some shit like that, man, you should know you fucked up. Man, we moving into a smart world, right? All the shit you think about, right? Think about 5 different things all day, and then look at your phone. Don't say it out loud. See, don't this shit pop up on your phone?
Yeah, it's very suggestive.
Hey, they think
Very
this shit a
suggestive.
game, man.
I remember, brother. Let me tell you something. I remember, peace be upon her. I remember my brother and I was going to see my mother. Okay, and he put the instructions in the GPS, and we started chopping it up, and we started talking about religion. Now,
Mm.
the GPS got in that conversation. The damn GPS
Yeah.
kept rerouting and wouldn't take us where the hell we wanted to go, but it was all in our conversation.
Hey, I believe. I believe, brother. All that shit connected with each other. See, GPS on Siri, on Simon, all them motherfuckers. They that's the high mind. It's just he got many forms and shapes and faces and shit. That's the high mind. That computer
Hold on 1 second.
program is the mind of the high mind.
1 second. Carbon crowns.
Yeah.
You said that we painted him that way. You said the thumbnail that I put and painted him that way. I beg to differ because
What happened?
because that's what they're doing to him. I'm not painting him that way. That's
Hold on,
exactly what
man.
they're doing to him, and that's
Oh
exactly
yeah. Brother.
what the players are doing to him. They're turning their back on him while he's strung up and whipped figuratively in the public. You have to be symbol literate. It's called symbol literacy.
Hey, thinker, hey, salute, man.
No, I
Oh
don't
yeah, good
I'm
brother.
crazy. I got thinker haste. Peace, brother.
Yeah, nah, look, it's just simply what's happening. You know what I
Just
mean? We just talking about simply what's going on. We ain't talking about the urban family and whether this nigga got money or if he in an apartment or a condo. Man, that's all. That shit neither here nor there. We talking about the energy that's being pushed out into the media.
but I
I'm
guarantee
talking
you,
about I'm talking about motherfucking spiritual programming, brother.
I guarantee you, I guarantee you that is exactly what Kyrie Irving feel they are doing to him. Guarantee you that's what he think they're doing to him. And that's what the
Yeah, he
brother
trolling.
in the
He
NBA
trolling.
is doing to him. They're turning their back on him, watching him. And that's what we always do. We'll see our brother being mistreated and strung up, and we won't step to it. Now, when they suspended Kyrie, all of them should have walked off the damn court. If you're going to suspend him for that bullshit, none of us are playing. Because we put asses in those seats. Not the coach, not the general manager, not all the way up to the damn owner. They don't put asses in those
See,
seats.
see, see.
They
I
don't.
hate. See, hey, that motherfucker trolling, man. That's somebody else too, right there. That crown Carmen shit. That's somebody else, and he trolling. Check it out, right? Check it out, bro. You just said, you just said y'all got him strung up like that. Shit is real life. The media ain't real life. Brother, how many motherfucking NBA tickets get sold every night? And when you get through adding that up, add up the popcorn, nigga. Add up the goddamn Mountain Dews, add the beer up. Nigga, add up the toilet paper get used in that motherfucker. Bro, add up the jerseys, bro. Bro, add up the YouTube streams that get streamed out as a sale every 1,500 click that this man got a billion of. Like, see, this is why I hate when motherfuckers say this ain't real life. Well, what is real life? Because apparently, you too deep in the matrix, brother. You don't understand that this shit is affecting our people. This the shit you gotta tackle. It's
Yeah.
easy to say, man, I ain't did. Boy, you taking the easy road.
You know why, brother
Man,
P?
I ain't doing all that. I ain't gonna never sweep my hardwood floor. I'ma vacuum that bitch. That's right. I'ma
You know,
vacuum
this
that
what
bitch.
it is, brother. Is
I ain't finna break no shit.
we need to
Come on,
understand.
bro.
We need to understand that it's done purposely. Peace to Juan Torres. Again, peace to my brother Thinker Haste. Um, what they're doing is
Salute, bro.
they do that in front of all of us. It's like people always say that slavery didn't exist, and I always beg to differ because of people's mindset and their mentality. And it's going back to when they used to take the biggest, strongest one at bucks and they break him. That's why it's called buck breaking. They break him and they do it in front of everybody as an example of what will happen to them if they do it. And if they don't,
Hey, you there, good brother?
yeah. Now I'm just reading something.
Okay.
If they do that,
Oh, you saw that? What
yeah,
Thinker Hate say?
yeah.
You want to mod him up
I thought he was modded up. No, I'm
so
about
they
to mod
can't block him.
I'm about to mod him. He ain't supposed to be able to be blocked. Not that brother.
I think we gotta do what you said. Reset the mods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed.
Thinker Haze. I like that brother.
That brother don't get blocked by nobody.
Yeah. I it's not to uh take this situation as far as Kyrie, Kanye, none of that. Like, this is what's happening. Like, so it don't matter how much money you get, right? Or what position you in. If all your people get fucked off and you the only one left with some money, why would somebody just let you sit there and act like you one of them?
It's like
You
this, bro.
not. You the last one left. You the
If
last one left. We finna dog you, man. We finna take your money. We might kill you.
exactly. I mean, it's like this.
See
If you step up, either you
mhm.
step up against the shit, or in all actuality, you waiting for your turn.
That's why I
That's
was telling the youngsters, like,
waiting your turn.
y'all worried about a race war. Y'all killing all y'all soldiers. Y'all killing each other.
Fact. Yeah, that's an actual fact.
That's the army right there.
If you are worried about a race war, if you're talking about a race war that's going to start, you need a damn late pass. You need a late pass. You need a late
Yeah,
pass because there's been a race war. Rate,
I
war don't
said that. I
war
said,
don't, war don't mean violence all the time. It's been a
right.
race
It's a
war,
cold war.
and
It's
you
a
and you see,
cold war.
the war being fought right now. Some of us they trying to
Yeah.
tell us what we can watch, and then
They
they start.
battling us with our water. They battling us with our food. They battling us with our medicine. They battling us with our spiritual system. They battling us with the way we reproduce. They battling us with the air. They battling us economically. Is many battles within this war. They hitting from all angles. That's World War III. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Nah, let me chill out with that. Let me chill out. But we gotta understand what's going on, and start to be able to get deep and hit the surface level shit. We gonna bring it all together. I need the brother who can say, what he heard Pookie and them saying about setting us up. Then I need the white boy that know how to counter um hack they shit. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need that, man. So we gotta.
We can't
I'm
play
gonna
with
have to run soon, good brother. I appreciate the build, man. Always building with you, man. The chat, everybody salute.
it, indeed. And it's nothing to play with. I'm serious about what I do, what I talk about, and whether things are distasteful and people can't stomach certain things. You're gonna have to get some tums. It's just all it is to me because it's real. Just gonna have to get some tums because
Oh yeah.
what
Shit
what what
shit
what do
really
you
real.
what do you expect? If that's what's going on, that's what's going on, and we've been depicted worse. People have been drawn as donkeys and jackasses and stuff like that. But when we point out what is actually happened to our brother, that's what's happening to our brother. That's just it. And it's unfortunately, but it's more unfair and unjustified than anything. Because I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong. The brother didn't do anything wrong, but just post a link to a movie that he's seen. Now, on the other brother's on his hand, he ran to us because he wasn't treated right by them. That's what I don't like.
Right.
Run to us when you're not being treated right by them. You should have been messing with your own. You know, when some of us get some money, we think that we've risen above the condition of our people. So whatever happens to us, they don't have to worry
That's when
about.
you're supposed to get it. That's when you're supposed to get even lower
Exactly. I mean,
and retract back. You know, start buying out the system, man. Start putting money in that ground. Shit like that.
yeah, you're right, brother.
Yeah, I think you accidentally hit Thinker Hayes.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, accident.
Oh,
Cause
hell
the
no.
other brother. JW salute.
Peace, JW.
Yeah, salute. Yeah, I hate to run, good brother. I wanna wrap this stream up. That I'm gonna do is gonna be like 20 minutes, like 30 minutes, real quick.
Did you unhit him, Speaker Haste?
I'm sorry. What was that, brother?
Or did you
Yeah,
unhide?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay, because I didn't mean to do that.
yeah, yeah. I know. I saw it. I saw it. Yep. He said, "Peace, Shan. Peace to Shan. JJ the Enlightenment. Salute."
Peace to JJ the
Turn my
Enlightened.
camera on.
Salute. Salute. I think you have a
Turn my camera on before I get out.
I think your YouTube is on twice because you're echoing.
Mine?
Well, I'm echoing. I hear echo. No, I don't.
Hold on.
No, I don't. I still hear it.
Nah, I'm only on one device right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand what
Hey, shout out to the brother Herb and Bake, man. For the gear, brother. I will be sending you some merch. Salute.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some coming soon. I wish I had my watch.
Oh yeah, I got one for you too, brother.
I have watches I got made with the logo. Shirts. Scullies. Mugs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got anything planned for tomorrow?
Negative. Nothing planned for tomorrow. That's I'll be on relax
Okay.
mode on Sunday because once Saturday's over for me, Monday's on its way.
Man, like a cloud blanket. But okay. So I'm gonna do a short stream tonight. I'll do an early stream tomorrow.
Okay.
Salutes to everybody.
Okay. The brother
Man,
thinker
make sure
race.
y'all share this video.
This is for you, brother.
Yep.
When I
Hey,
get
Thinker Hayes, man, come over to the channel, bro.
now he's doing something right now. He says 60% on a video. But hold on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me see.
Yeah, when I get that, brother thinker Hayes, I'm sending it to you. I think I had it playing in my phone too. Thank you, dear wife.
Oh yeah, it's 9:46. Good brother. I hate to run, man. I appreciate you always, man. Salutes to you.
Good brother.
Hey man, this was a powerful stream. Yeah, this was a powerful stream. Man, make sure y'all share the video. I'm gonna go back and share on a few other things that I got. So I'll do that for you, good brother. Salute. Peace and power to everybody, man. Much love and respect.
I don't know why this is echoing all of a sudden. Wasn't echoing the whole stream. At the end of the stream, it starts echoing. I appreciate that, Bill. I'm just going to do a rundown and thank all the family in the chat. Thanks to Mrs. The Enemy's Public, my wife. I appreciate you. You know I do. Peace to Big Dog Philly OG, the little brother Thinker Haste, JJ the Enlightened One, Juan Torres, the brother Key Norfolk, my brother Shan TV, Carbon Crowns, Chris Cyphers, my brother God Body News, Gutter Trill, peace. Peace to Dawn Trees. Peace to Richard Singleton, my uncle. Peace to Mighty Timberwolf. Peace to General Peace. Peace to all. This is the Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace.